Hello, internet friends. This is Too Old for Gaming, and today I am playing on a 10v10 at Tannenberg. I'm using the 4th Fallschirmjäger. I am attacking this forest area here, and I'm going up against... who was it? The 1st Airborne Task Force, and then I think one of these Russian divisions gets in at some point. Bombs already coming in on the FW-190s, but I missed where that happened. I'm guessing right here. Another FW-190 coming in up to the north. Good hit. I don't think he got anyone, but definitely suppressed and damaged them. And we've got motorcycle mortars shelling the town here. But so far, Germans have a strong foothold. I had tried to advance through this forest, but he rushed in Hotchkisses and Jeep 50s, and my guys got spotted in the open. But now the para-commander and the FS Jaeger are spotting him and making quick work of these guys. I think my Panzerschreck is going to go down here. These saboteurs are pretty dangerous. I don't think they're very expensive either. 20 points with the frags. Jeep 50s running in. And I had brought in a Panther Commander. That's the only card for tanks I have in this deck. Incoming Yak. Gets the commander, but suppresses everyone on his side. Trying to get the LG-40 out of there. And my paras are pinned down, just taking fire, so I'm having to move the Panther over and moving in some reconnaissance now. Fortunately for me, this part of the forest I've managed to capture, but this one pretty rough. Not a great start. Looking down here to the south, looks like we have a big skirmish going on with flamethrowers against Sturmschützen, and it's pretty clear who's winning here. Got a Pack 40 out in the open, taking the half track, he gets pinned down, so I'm sure he's going to go down. Razvedka spotting, spot troop, along with BA-20. So finally my reconnaissance vehicles make it in. I only have one squad left here. This Paradel Salto fell back. LG-40's aligning, and he's probably going to go down pretty fast here. He does suppress one of them, but he goes down to, I think, the saboteurs. Moving in the gustatory paras. Nice, they have the frag HE shells, just like these saboteurs. We have a Maxim spotting my assault squad. I was trying to make it into these positions, those houses there. Scouts are spotting my paras over here, and he's moving more of these Hotchkiss technicals in. At this point, most of his guys have been pushed off. And we're really getting beaten here at the south. Unfortunately, I think we must have lost quite a few players. I feel like there'd normally be more people on the server. Still holding on to the town to the north. And trying to push through to the flanks here with this infantry. Katusha rockets falling in on the town. Suppresses most of them. But doesn't seem to be... I mean, I guess you could push forward with these guys, but not really a whole lot to do. The SPW is spotting these gliders rifles, and now my paratroopers are as well. Paradel Salto goes down. Gustatori Para suppressed by these scouts, but he's not visible anymore. My first airborne has some pretty strong close quarters troops, and I thought I was going to be stacked on it, even though I didn't have any flame troops, but it's been a pretty tough battle. It's getting pushed back. Down to the south. Seems like that push is slowed down a little bit. Boy, he's got a ton of anti-aircraft. And we've got a Flak 88 trying to push off this T-34-85. Misses. I think he's taking fire from this guy here. Takes down the T-34, but I think he's going to go down here. Yep, he's gone. Still trying to move this forward. I've get a guy surrendered here. And now the Hungarians are coming in because they'd made a breakthrough to the north. I was getting bombed by Yaks, so I brought in this Breda 20. Which, I think these guys tend to do better than the German ones. I don't think they're the same. They seem to be better. Maybe it's just me. 51 here. Shooting at these paras. I've got my 20 mil on their position now, and he can't see him yet. I was really hoping that these Gustatori paratroopers would be able to wipe these guys out with their frag HE shells. And my real goal here was to get these FS Jaegers with the sniper rifles all the way along this tree line, looking down, because I've got a 1,000-meter range at that. And I can start attacking troop transports and stuff like that from far off before his engagement range, unless I'm dealing with the airborne scouts. That was my goal. Looks like we've had a surrender. I'm not sure which team he's on. And I noticed that he had a breakthrough of the Gvardia. So I just moved in a 25-point Panzer II and put him on hunt and just try to push those guys back. I was trying to get an LG-40 up here, but was getting nailed with the 107mm mortars. Just trying to push him out of the way. He's probably going to get spotted by the sniper here any second that I have no idea is here. Oh, he goes down right before he gets the frag off. Took a bit of a risk here. I had moved him back after spotting the 57 back along down here. So I really wanted to get some supporting fire on the infantry here. And I brought in an 81 radio mortar, which I love, to try to counter his 107 radio mortars. And also want to get some fire on this position here because I knew you had quite a few guys there. So I think we're still in Phase A. In Phase B, I get MG42s. LG40 goes down to a bunch of 82mm mortar fire. Let's check the situation down to the south. Still got the same group of troops here. Looks like there was a napalm bomber or something that happened here and didn't do much. Ursat's trooping, trying to hold off the Strelke here. But pretty big stalemate at the moment. Managed to push these guys off, so I captured this flag here. And that's giving us a 1311 now, which makes me pretty happy because we had been losing, as you can see. Scouts fighting the FS Jaeger scoped team, but both in green, and a lot more guys in this squad, so you'd think he'd beat out. But if you can tell, he's taking a lot more suppression. These guys aren't getting suppressed at all from the sniper fire. On the opposite end, my guys are almost fully suppressed now. Bringing in more 107mm. Ooh, almost hits the SPW. Yeah, it's not a fair matchup when this guy gets 0 suppression when he's taking sniper fire. Come on. Come on, Eugen. Paracommander spotting the airborne rifles out in the open. Like I said, these American and French squads are so good. Up here, that pocket of Optos taking it down some of these Tartelek Lovas troops. I'd moved in one Gustatori with a frag grenade. And MG42 is coming in now. Didn't want to lose the Panther because in this deck all I have is very expensive tanks. So I've got a few Tigers and a few Panthers, and that's it. So I'm doing my best to conserve it, and then the rest is just really light stuff like the Panzer II and the SPWAB 43s, which, I mean, I think they're pretty great for fire support. So I've got mortars coming in on his mortars, or I had, and I want to say I blew up one. Looks like I already took it out. And we've got a big buildup of armor here. I haven't noticed it yet. He's like right in the pocket where I can't see him. But he's spotting this FS Jaeger. Which, if he's spotting with the sniper, he must be... I don't know how he was seeing that. Because the sniper would have been shooting at him. Weird. So, whenever I've got armor like this, I've said it before, I always want to bring in someone to spot for it. They're pretty easy to get ambushed. And fortunately, you know, we haven't lost any other flags. And I've maintained control of this one, so we're still at a 1311, bringing that tick bar back. This gun motor carriage, definitely dangerous to my infantry, but fortunately my armored car takes it down, and anytime he's trying to make a push here, any of these guys going out in the open are getting destroyed by 20mm fire. Let's see what's going down here to the south again. Nothing. Looks like smoke fire, probably for this Tiger. And then just massive troops in this forest here. Making a little bit of a breakthrough here. But, let's see. Where are the flags? There's the flags over here. So he's got to hook all the way up. Or come down this way. So, let's see what's going on here. Scouts fighting the airborne snipers. And same thing, getting suppressed. Try to move this SPW up. I don't think I had noticed the Sherman yet. Sherman's firing at the MG42, which I brought up here. I was trying to bring these LG40s up, but as you guys are all probably aware, there's a hill here, so trying to get it to align is very difficult. Really wanted to get infantry into the town. That was my ultimate goal here. But now we've got an ISU 152, two of them, an IS-1, an SU-85. So there's a lot to deal with here. Free French infantry go down. Airborne rifles getting caught out in the open. I think the Maxim took out the a 20mm car. I don't know the name of it. Was trying to get these FS Jaegers into one of these houses here, but he got spotted by someone. Panther goes down to, I think that was artillery fire. Either that or this SU-85. So we've got an IS-2. Man, look at all these guys. Just pinned down by this KV-8S. Crazy. Up here to the north. Nice battle going on. Russia rockets trying to take out that Königstiger. Ineffective. I don't think he's going to get him. T-34-85 goes down to, I think it was one of these Martyrs. SPW AB-43 goes down to the ISU 152. LG-40 is bouncing shells and gets blown to smithereens. We've got mortar fire coming in over here. I'm guessing I was trying to hit the M4 Sherman. LG-40, two men down with one shot from the Sherman. And we've got a rush of peasants moving forward with armored support. My replacement Panther is making it back into position, and now I have Katyusha fire on my infantry down here, which is pretty devastating. So everyone's been suppressed, and these guys say that they're anti-armor, but that's wrong. They don't have any AT. I've got no one with AT up here right now, unfortunately, except for this guy. And an off-map coming in on my position as well, so really trying to take this back, because if you noticed, they started losing due to this flag. Everything else has remained static, so now that they have this flag back, it's back to a 12-12. Tried bringing a Panzerschreck to take out this ISU 152, and now he's got dual off-maps coming down on my position. So Panzerfaust miss. Ugh. And is spotted. And we're going to see everyone blown up here shortly. Panther takes transmission damage. I'm guessing that's from the ISU-152 or this SU-85 as he attempts to get his peasants into the forest. Off map coming in on all of my infantry. Commander goes down. Panzerschreck goes down. FS Jaeger destroyed. Ugh. Panther is destroyed. Guessing this SU-85, which is ironic because they never seem to do anything for me. FS Jaeger going down to the ISU-152. And everyone here is suppressed, and now we're in the charred remains of a forest. But after he retreated, we've got this blue flag back. So still draining their tickets bar. And fortunately for me, outside of the off maps he's been using, not seeing any other artillery pieces. Except for the Katyushas that are coming in again. Takes out the MG-42 and is rushing in forcemen. I'm surprised he didn't go for it. I've got a single Pioneer squad going against these Chernos. Yak, yak. Oh, takes out half the squad. It's a bummer. But gets the surrender on the other Chernos, and he'll probably surrender himself now that he's been down. Yep. 7 squads remain. Backed up by the ISU-152, an SU-85, and the second one, and the IS-1. Not yet. My little Panzer II's been doing great, though. I mean, he's holding this on his own. He's down to 28 shells. This is a really weird deck for me, too, because I didn't bring supply trucks, which you shouldn't do. Not sure why I did that. I think I might reshuffle it and bring in supply trucks to B. Now, down here to the south, we have artillery coming in, still fighting over this forest area, which is a charred hulk of trees now. But, pretty static overall around the map. Just bringing in more off-map on my infantry here. Off-map coming in on the infantry in the town here that the Germans seem to have maintained control of through the match. Sorry, Romanians. Up to the north, almost capping a flag here. IS-2 might change that. It's got a lot of anti-tank, so we'll see. That's big for us because they lost that middle flag, so we're still got an extra tick. I think he realizes the situation he is in now. I think he was destroyed by the PaK-40 up there. So, good job to the north. And I'm just still here getting obliterated. I brought in Parakadutsi. It's probably pronounced wrong, but I'll go with it. And attempting to take out his peasant push. Pioneers get their grenade off. Destroy a squad. My MG-42 is holding back all these guys, but unfortunately gets overwhelmed Panzerschreck falling back. Fortunately for me, the M16 was firing at that plane and not him. Sniper seeing the Forcemen out in the open, or glider rifles, excuse me, but gets killed. I'm not sure what took him down. My last squad surrenders, and we're left with just an MG-42 who can't do anything because it's too close, an FS Führer, and a squad of Jaegers. Pushed all these guys back, and I'm continuing to bring troops up. I, again, want to get these Jaeger squads on sightline down here so I can snipe these guys in the open. So far, I've only brought in 2 mortars. I just kept spending my money on infantry to keep them out of the forest versus on artillery. I do have, I think, a 220 millimeter mortar that I haven't brought in yet, which will make an appearance later. Still fighting over the forest here. It's generally a stalemate. Allies using a ton of artillery across the map in this one. This machine gun gonna make it out? These Forcemen are good. Kerbal wagon spotting Forcemen goes down instantly. But I am moving a Tiger up. I obviously don't want to get too close because I know some of these guys have bazookas and they have a 250 meter range. Trying to prevent him as much as possible from making it into this forested area. I've got his guys pushed back to this side. I'm more worried about the Forcemen because I know that these infantry troops are a lot better than these ones. But on this side, he's starting to bring in stuff 2 and 3 star. I didn't bring in any veteran infantry in this deck, so I have a lot of infantry, but when it's going up against Forcemen and glider rifles, it's hard. Oh no, M8 spotting my Jaegers out in the open, trying to move the Tiger up so they don't get destroyed immediately. Double pin down at the same time. Got more rockets hitting the northern forest. Tiger manages to land the shot. Now I want to get him back so that I don't end up getting bazookaed. And here comes in the reinforcements, another platoon of Italian paratroopers. And unfortunately, all these guys here are pinned down, but I don't believe they're taking fire anymore, so hopefully they'll stand back up and start putting some fire down. And I wanted to try to get in, fire and maneuver on his flanks, which you can see me doing here, and then I realized I left all this open. He hasn't realized it yet, though. At some point, my second tank went down, but he hasn't tried pushing across here. And down here, covering this entryway, I've got an 88. Just hear everything on fire over here. Let's check out what's going on to the south. Looks like the Germans managed to take out quite a few of the Soviet troops here. Still got more moving in. I'm seeing a lot of 3-star stuff. I'm guessing this guy's adding a star. But I just know that in terms of long-term endurance, who knows, he might run out before the Germans do. Looks like we got an off-map coming in over here. Squad of Su-85s going south. Seems like these guys seem to be content and just holding each side. I've placed a Panther here to look down this road in case he tries pushing armor through. He's got more double off maps on my guys again. Yeah, maybe if I wasn't facing all the artillery, maybe I would have been able to push into that town, but it's just endless. All of them immediately getting suppressed. Tiger taking fire as he attempts to... Ooh! I'm guessing that was artillery. I don't see anything down here that would have taken him out, unless he was spotted by the ISU 152. Jaeger's going down, moving in his light infantry support tanks. Reconnaissance. He's got some really tough guys here. Got off maps coming in down here. I haven't checked on the north in a minute. Look at that score, though. We've turned the tables thanks to some Russian guy and Crane Blanc. Must be nice to have a second guy supporting you as I basically going it all by myself here in the center. I don't see anyone else helping out. Must trust me. M8 goes down to the Panzer Shrek, and this is a pretty terrifying group. Panzer II firing at the M5. Perdescuzi taking out the other one with the Panzer Faust. Panzer II seems to just be content not firing and aligning. There we go. Ugh. Misses the second Panzerfaust. Ooh! Nice. Gets him on the third one. Gets destroyed by the Sherman. And now we're going to see the Forceman going against the Perdescuzi. Tizzy? I don't know how to pronounce these Italian names. Absolutely massacred by a satchel charge. I have moved in more Italians down here who are finally spotting the Russian peasants. Pioneer is turned into Swiss cheese. And these guys better retreat to a forest. I'm doing my best to hold these guys off, but it's a lot of double and triple stars. Look at that firefight. All right. FW-190 comes in. Thank you, team. Hey, we're at a 1410 now. I just noticed that. It's not me. This flag. All right. Good job, Blue Moon. Italian paratroops making quick work of these peasants. And we've got 3 light tanks moving forward. Takes down my Breda 20 mil car. Flak 88 still up. Missing. Firing at that command Sherman. No. He's firing at this M5 instead for some reason. Panther moving in. Takes down one of the M5s. Panther's taking fire, but I don't think there's anything that can kill it. And I finally brought in my artillery. Not a bad shot. So I'll scroll over to it in a second. But I realized I needed some assistance from artillery, so I brought in this guy. So he's not a 220, he's a 172.5. Let's get a big boom. Gets all these guys to retreat. And my pairs have almost completely cleared out the forest. Horsemen. Pairs just getting knocked down by my artillery fire. Let's see if he's taking any fire yet. Where'd he go? Oh, he's starting to counter battery me. That one's getting close. All these guys retreating now. Artillery's pinned down. One of my rifle squads goes down. But, able to spot these guys. This guy's still alive? Yeah. He's getting absolutely murdered, though. The supply truck went down to the counter battery fire, and one of my cars coming in also ended up getting pushed out from an artillery blast. So, let's see if he makes it. So I've recaptured this part of the forest, but now he's moving in to this area here. He's got an M8 that's made it through. He gets taken out by the Panther. Oh, the sniper takes out one of the guys down here to the south. Just stalemate still. Nothing happening. It's a big explosion. I guess, you know, there's this. Get the forest men to retreat out of the forest here. I'm moving this Panther A up to provide additional support. My Flak 41 is still up and running. The other player up here ended up getting destroyed, so I lost this northern part of the forest. One of my mortars was destroyed, but it doesn't really matter because I had forgotten to add a supply card. So unless the team wanted to resupply them, they're worthless anyways. Check the north. So, I think we had this flag, and it looks like the Soviets got it back. No, I'm sorry, we had this one. So the team's maintained control of it, but just got pushed off. We're at an 11-13 now. 6 minutes to go for a minor defeat for the Soviets and the Allies. M16 tried to pull a fast one going through and destroyed by the 88. Bringing in a Panzer II for fire support for these ersatz trooping. Paradiscusi's car gets taken out. 20 mil of big help here. I've managed to keep this guy alive, moving him to a new position. There's still a whole mess of triple vet infantry. Last of the Italians goes down. We've got one remaining up here. For some reason, my Panther can't see him. M5 is destroyed. '88 is firing on that Sherman now. In a bit of a dangerous position with a lot of bazookas around. Panzer II really keeping a breakout up here. No, don't go in that close. I just wanted to get sightline on that road, but maybe not the best idea. It's destroyed by a bazooka. Oof. Got more Italian pairs moving forward. And noticing the breakthrough up here, I brought in a Tiger. But there's just, look at all this stuff. And these 8-man pair teams really don't have a lot of chance without some support. Fortunately, I've got my artillery still firing. And we're still at a 13-11. Alright, now the team's artillery is coming in here. Takes down one force-man squad. Panzer II putting in work. Lots of artillery. Now planes. Airborne rifles goes down. And we regain the flag. .152 is finally moving forward. Looks like we had bombing run by a Yak-9 down here. Check the bottom. Wow, that's a lot of smoke. Still a stalemate. Not happy with that Hummel. Check the north up here. A ton of bullets. Soviets regained control of this flag. A bunch of artillery out in the open that's been damaged. In the center, just trying to keep off the hordes of elite infantry. Flak 88 is running low on ammunition. Still getting kills, though. And I did bring in a Sturmpanzer IV. Check this guy out. Pretty cool unit. Dig the Zimmerit. Getting in on the action with its 20mm and machine gun. Tiger providing additional fire support. Let's see if we can retake these woods. Got a single Pioneer squad stuck behind enemy lines. M42 putting in work. gets deleted by the M5. Flak 88 out of AP shells, firing HE, missing. And the HE shells, unfortunately, can't seem to penetrate 55 millimeters of armor, which I'm kind of surprised by. Manages to scare him away. Side shot takes him down. 10 AG rounds left. The Russians have made a push to this flag, but get pushed back off. We are at a 13-11. The Soviets have captured this flag in the back, so now the timer stopped. We're at a 12-12. As we recapture that flag, but we are in a dire position here. Hopefully you can fire this off map here to push him back. We're also seeing a Red Army breakthrough down to this flag as well. Looks like we just had triple planes come in on this area and push all these elite troops back. Lovas have retaken the forested area. My 172.5 is still firing, forcing all this infantry back off. My Pioneer is still alive. Makes it back to the lines. T-34 taking fire from the Flak 41, but now he is out of ammo. But we have a Stug M42 who's he sighting? Can't tell. Sturmpanzer doing a good job of keeping everyone out. T-34 goes down to the Panther. This is not a good situation, but unfortunately the guerrilla spots the Gvardia out in the open. Gets the retreat. Pioneer's still alive. Gets a surrender here with the frag grenade. Flak 41 gonna die. Probably. M42 bouncing heat rounds off the front. But T-34 goes down. I think that was to the Panther. Managing to hold this flag. Really gone through a lot of infantry at this point. Good FW-190 bombing run, forcing Soviet infantry back. And here comes the off maps. We need this flag. They are all suppressed. Let's see what happens here. Almost everyone was immediately pinned down. T-34 goes down. Look at all that. There's so many of them. Look at all these guys. Brutal. More and more and more coming in. Rockets everywhere. $13-11, 10 minutes remaining. And we really need this flag back. Let's see what's happening in the north. Looks like the Soviets have firm control of the flag up there. Germans maintaining control of the town, but would need to push back to this tree line to get the flag again. Soviets maintaining comfortable control of the area up here. Pioneer Squad is still alive, causing havoc. Tiger Yak 9 tries to take out, but does not get the kill. M42 takes out the scouts out in the open. I've got more infantry coming forward. M20 gets destroyed by the M42 or the Panther, not sure which one. SPW 222 spotting the Faustniki out in the open. It's destroyed. Down to the south, Infinity submachine guns. Did somehow regain control of the flag, so we're at a 12-12. Desantniki making quick work of the German infantry. Got a company of men pushing forward. Sturm shoots him, moving out of the forest for some reason. Not smart. Those guys fall back. These guys are caught in a bubble for a second, too. This purple wagon that just decided to drive down through the front lines. What's happening out here? Russians been down. I don't think they're going to be able to get that flag, especially with all these TAs and T4s. Soviets have taken control of the northern portion of the forest here. I'm trying to make a push through this forest with some pioneers. Grenade. Double grenade. Tiger's dancing at T-34. I think we all know the outcome there. M20 spotting my AS-42. Gets the pen with the 20 mil. Stug M42 spotting someone. Use free French infantry. Sturmpanzer wipes out the squad. Wish these guys had machine guns. Horsemen under fire, still rushing. Gets pinned down by the MG-42. Barrage of light artillery forcing Horseman Bar back, and another FW-190. Good strike, takes out 3 guys. Pioneers have pushed up to the edge of the forest. Sturmpanzers making it very difficult for any advancement to happen outside of the forest. T-34 is destroyed, misses the Panther A. It's happening down here in the craziness. All these guys are pinned down and take it. One of these off maps, pin them down. Good job of holding on to that flag. That's going to be great. See what's happening up here. Soviets making it advance. Might end up being able to take this intersection. Seconds left. More triple star rifles moving in. I don't think I had any reconnaissance left, so I brought in a single infantry squad because, oh, crew killed. That sucks. I'm not sure who got him. These tanks can't see. Let's check out that off map. Managed to suppress all these guys, but same thing's happening on the other end. If we could move these Palazzi up, we could probably get surrenders out of some of these guys. And even more. It's just crazy. The Soviets are at a 13-11 now against us. Just shell after shell raining down. And 13-11 for a second there was 12-12. Now it's a 14-10. So what else did I cap? I'm gonna grab something. This flag somehow, this single squad is capping this flag along with this guy. I don't think that's gonna last for very long. I finally got what I thought was a decent group in here. I've run out of pioneers, so I'm stuck with just sort of regular squads of infantry. And there's 3 minutes remaining, and it's a 12-12. Forward, spotting the truck. It's blown up by one of these two. Second one is destroyed. Third one bails out beforehand, but oh, takes up the M42. What a hero. Unfortunately, that's the last thing he ever did. And Tommy guns and carbines are doing a good job of deleting my infantry. 2 minutes left. 13-11. Soviets in control. Shoots him coming back, bringing him back to a 12-12. And the bulk of infantry just being held down by artillery for the entire match. To the north, almost reaching the flag. Soviets advancing out into the open down here. Getting held back by light armored cars and obsolete tanks. How does he not see that? Ah. It wasn't on Hunt. Sapiri getting destroyed by the Sturmpanzer. And we are still in an artillery battle over here to the south. We're at a 13-11, 45 seconds remaining. And the Soviets seem to be dominating the south at this point. That was a rough bombing run. And making a breakthrough in the center. AS-20 still up, spotting infantry in the open. Running low on 20mm HE shells. .81 mil on defensive mode for this area, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these triple star forcemen are not easy to go against. So, went the full 60 minutes, and the game considered a draw. So let's take a look here. At the end of the match, I got out-killed. I take more losses than kills. And unfortunately, the way that this is set up, it's not going to show me my guys. So I hope you enjoyed the match. That was super long. A ton of artillery and a ton of infantry. I hope to see you guys here in the next one.